Hi, I'm Hans-Peter, and here I'm going to talk about an advanced sliding blues riff, which sounds more or less like this. And then it starts to repeat itself. So let's check it out how this works. On the A, or on the A chord, we are playing this here. Then it starts again. Now let's see how it works. It starts when you count. Rhythm is pretty essential here, but let's first check the chord. It's this one here, with the open A string here in the 5th, 4th and 5th. Slide it up and slide it back. So slide this chord up. See? And together with the open A string sounds very nice. This is how shall I call this chord? A sus9 chord, something like that, and this goes to a A6 chord and back. Now from the rhythm, you play like 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 3, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and rhythm is a little bit tricky, but it's not too hard. You start it on the 4 with 0, 3, 0, 3, and then open A string, and then 1, and on the 2 you play here and you slide up immediately and back. So 1 and 2, and so when you come back, this is the 2 and when you go 1, 2, 3, da ga da ga da ga. Maybe singing also helps. After that, you just can keep the chord holding, add a little vibrato if you want. But what I do when I play with finger picking is I keep it, but we're gonna check out the picking take at the end because there are different possibilities. But what you can do is 1 and then add the bass note again in the open space. That way you keep it rolling, but you also can just play the short version. Both works. If you're not so familiar with the sliding tech, you might just make the short version. Or the other would be or you can make variation, play either the one or the other. Or if you want, you also can add some little gimmicks here, like play the chord a little bit in the empty space. That's really up to you, but first learn the basic structure and then you can give more advanced stuff into it. So this is played 4 times. Now it goes to D. D is pretty much the same. What changes? You start now with the open A string, then 3, open D string, and now you slide up here from 5 to 7 and back. pretty much the same, also with the variations if you like. A little detail here. This slide is a little bit tricky here. Sometimes if you're not too familiar with sliding, you might attack the slide, the one which goes up, and when you come back you attack again, or you can first try like this is just only one attack, or tagging of the string, or could be like this. That's up to you. I mean, it doesn't really make it. It makes a difference on the sound. When I want to have it sounding pretty smooth, I like just only with slide. And back. Now the E is a little bit different than the others because we don't have a low string here. So what happens here? Shortly damp with the left hand because you have no possibility to damp another way. So on the 1 you make the damp 1 and then so 1 and then open E string on that one end. 1 and 2 and that's a little bit tricky, I must admit, but it works this way. So see, that's a very good trick. You make first damp it with your left hand and make this dead note sound. See? And then you do the same thing as on a D, but here above. And so. And then here comes the ending. Attack the A5 quickly here. And then, pretty familiar here, 4/7. And then to E5. There we have triplets. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. These are triplets, 3 notes on one beat. 1, 2, 3, 1. And then you start again. Now let's check the picking technique. I really prefer finger picking here because it's much more smooth and more possibilities to really have it smooth here. But I'll show you 3 different types of techniques, picking techniques which you can use. So this will be finger picking. Thumb, and then you take the index, middle and ring finger. See, that works pretty well. Now, if you're a pick player, works too, if you want. There, I really would recommend then that you play the low notes, at least the bass note with damping technique. And when you want to play this chordy part, then I really recommend that you make it very smooth, that you hold the pick a little bit loose to create this smooth sound. If you like want to have both the best of both worlds, there's another cool trick you can make chicken pick. So that means if you like this damped sound but you want to have the smoothness of the fingers here on the chord, then you make chicken pick. That means you play the bass note with the pick and now the top notes with middle, ring and pinky. See? That's really up to you which kind of picking techniques you prefer, but these are the 3 possibilities which you can choose. A last thing to talk about is the mood, how you play this. It's, I mean, this is not a technical part, but it's also important. This is the blues, so it's kind of a melancholic. Try to get into the feeling of this slight melancholic mood and to create the way the smoothness and the way it should sound, because there are many movies about blues players that always say you need to feel the blues, otherwise you cannot play the blues. And that's, of all tricks, the best trick of all. Remember a time where you're a little bit moody and then try to get back these emotions. Or maybe you are moody at the moment.